Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Mogul team and James for letting me come out. So I should have just let James do my presentation. He's seen it enough times now. But so as James mentioned, I spoke in the groups earlier, met some of you who just got your first property. And when you get your first property, it's not so complicated. But as you start to develop more properties and create relationships and raise capital, I was finding it very challenging to keep everything straight. And joint venture partners would call, and we'd have projects on the go. And so I just came up with a way to help. How do I run my business smoother? I have kids, I have sports teams, I have work. So this is my command center. This is the dashboard. I can come in. These are just test data here, just for you to see. But I can come in. I've up top here. I can toggle between joint ventures, and so I've created this entities thing where you can set up different partnerships. So I can select them all. As you can see it's all combined. But maybe you just give me a call, and all of a sudden it'll change. You can see down here the portfolio's changed to this is rents collected. Red means I've got one unit here that hasn't paid. One yellow means they've partially paid. So I can even click on that, and I can take a look, and I can see exactly which property, how much they've paid. Or I can go back and take a look. I can also see how my expenses are, where I'm getting my revenue from. So real quickly, I can take a look at that portfolio, see if there's anything that's kind of standing out to me that might be a negative thing. In addition, over here, I can see what's upcoming. So maybe I have a lease coming due soon, July 1st. I've got maybe insurance coming up in the next 90 days and then the next week. So I can understand what is going on. And then I can also see if there's any outstanding issues here. So I can take a look. Maybe I've made a note for myself about something that's happening next week, and I want to follow up on it. So I can take a look. I made this note. I can see it's in progress, what unit's related to. If it's done, I can just hit done, update it, and then it'll go away. You can see I now only have 2 issues with that property. So just a simple way for me to manage. I hope you're seeing that very easily, what's going on with my property, and I can go back and check prior years too. Okay. In addition to these types of scenarios, I've got the ability, I've added this ability to analyze properties. I don't know about you guys, but for me, sometimes going through, analyzing properties, creating reports when I'm trying to raise capital can be a bit of a work, but that's also what we're in it for, right? So I can go in, I can quickly analyze a property. I won't go through it all, but once you've analyzed some properties, it creates a slick little report. And you can add your own logos to it. You can change the coloring to match your branding. You can throw in some pictures, and all suddenly you go through the wizard, and all suddenly I've created this nice 8-9 page document that you can then send out. James mentioned the Dragon's Den thing, and also you've got a professional looking report to show that you know what you're doing. You didn't just make this up. You look very professional, which was the plan. For me to help raise capital a lot easier. I used to put this and make this all in Word and Excel. You can see I've got some photos attached. You can drag, drop, flip them around. And then just a quick map view. I've added the map view because I like this, because maybe you want to speak to why this location. But also what you can do is you can run some scenarios. So maybe you ran that property, but you want to change some of the numbers. So you could just collect, duplicate it, go change a few numbers, take a look, see if you like it better. Or what's cool too is I can go through and I can compare a few properties. So I can go through, highlight which ones. Now I can see side by side, hey, what do I like about these? What's the difference about those? I can show a joint venture. I can zoom in, talk about why I like certain properties. I can even street view in if I wanted to, show you this exact street, talk about something specific. So really cool. I think it's really cool. I have to say that because I made it. And then, so that's kind of the analysis piece. We've added this, what I'm calling I call it property log, but it's a bit of a CRM type system for those of you that have worked in a business with one. And this is just where I keep anything to do with properties. Okay, so I can go through, I can search for a property, I just come in, anything to do with this property is in here. So if I go to sell it and I want to find anything, any documents related to this property, any just basic information, photos, maybe you're super big and you've got someone that's helping you out or a spouse, and it's just a simple way to keep track of everything to do with this property. when loans are coming due, track income and expenses. My 14-year-old, he actually does all my bookkeeping for me now because I've made it so simple. And it's a great way to teach him how to do a bit of the business. I'll just show you quickly because I only have a few minutes. But this is the thing about this calendar view. Now, I don't have up-to-date data in here, but I think you'll see the importance of this. Okay, so for those of you that have a bunch of properties, so annoying trying to track all your rents, at least for me. So I can go in, I'll see them all. I can see color-coded, who's paid, who hasn't. And I can click right in. Leases, I can see if I have any leases coming due. So those of you, as you build a portfolio, you might see you have, and you wouldn't even know this unless you saw it visually, maybe most of your leases all expire the same month. Probably not a great strategy because you're opening yourself up to a lot of risk. So I might see, oh my gosh, I have all of these expiring at time. Maybe I want to do a 11-month, 10-month lease or a 13-month lease. I want to stagger these a little bit. So it gives you a bit of a picture. Mortgage renewals, trying to understand when those are due or what rates they're at. So, I get a sense of what's going on. And I hear I think it was Keaton or whoever's doing an update. Maybe I'll take a look at my portfolio, see, maybe I want to talk to him. Maybe that's a little higher than, maybe it's worth breaking. So just understanding how to run your property, rental property as a business, but also being able to stay on top of things like landlords, property managers, and saying like, hey, this one's expiring soon. What are we doing? Are they leaving? What's your plan? And I want to be able to babysit them so that I know what's going on. They can't pull any fast ones on me because I've tracked everything. I know what's going on. And so this is just kind of a real high level overview. We've built some reports for you to keep things simple for presenting to your, giving updates to your joint ventures, tax time. So as James says, I've obviously been, as you can probably see, a little busy, and I'm working on this cool little thing right here. It's this portfolio stress test for any of you have a portfolio. It's not quite finished yet, but it'll probably be done here in the next few weeks. And you'll be able to put your whole portfolio in there. It'll bring it in, and you'll be able to run scenarios off of it. So if we adjust interest rates, if rents go up or down, which properties are going to be impacted? So in advance, so you can give James that call and be like, you know what? They're forecasting it to go down. I've got these two properties. They're going to be impacted by that. Can you sell those before everybody else starts realizing we need to sell? So that is kind of a quick overview. If you are totally interested in kind of being a beta tester for me so I can fix things and make sure it's stable, I would love it. You can email me directly. I'll just throw up my email so I don't have to type it out for you guys. Or try to spell it out for you. Jot it down. I'm looking for around 20 beta testers who will just help me get this thing kind of fine-tuned. James, did I miss anything? Did I go too fast?
Let's put Dave's email address into the chat box there. So yeah, guys, we use beta testers. I mean, just try it out, play around with it. I mean, I'm basically like, this is going to take 3 or 4 subfolders, 2 or 3 documents, and 2 or 3 spreadsheets, and put it in one thing. I don't know about you guys. My favorite feature is the calendar feature because it's super easy to get busy and forget stuff. And when you have a calendar saying like lease renewal coming up, insurance renewal coming up, mortgage renewal coming up, I'm a pretty organized guy, and I've still had that stuff creep up on me in my own portfolio in the past. I will admit it. That's my moment of shame. Is that I've definitely had renewals and things sneak up on me, and then getting really unpleasantly surprised by them. So
for people like you, James, down here, actually, I think I'm sharing. We've actually added email reminders. So you could set how many days before, and it'll send you as these properties all come due, you'll get an email telling you so that you can practice. I'm
the exact person that feature is perfect for. That is awesome. Dennis asks, can this be connected to QuickBooks?
We haven't gotten that far yet. I'm going as fast as I can. There's so many things I could do, but yes, I hope
Can you export the data? Sorry to interrupt.
You absolutely.
Like a CSV and then import that CSV back.
Correct. We have done that already because that was the first easiest step. We've done it.
1-2 punch. It won't fully integrate, but export the data, re-import it into QuickBooks, and you're off to the races. So.
But yes, great question.
Cool. Dave, thank you so much. Guys, please do help Dave out by beta testing this because it's pretty swanky, but just like any anything that's new, it needs a second and third and fourth and 10th set of eyes to really get a handle for it. So Dave's generous enough. He built this for fun. This is the part that blows my mind. He built this for fun over COVID, and he built it to manage his own portfolio. We were just shooting the shit over beers. And he was like, "Look what I made for myself," and I was like, "That is too good not to share. Please do not keep that all to yourself." So here we are. The last question was, how many properties can you input? I don't think there's a limit, is there, Dave?
There's no limit.
Oh, baby. All right, load it up. So awesome. Well, I'm going to keep her moving. So thanks again, Dave.
Thank you.